The Bison High School was built over 70 years ago. During that time, the high school was up to code and in very good condition. Now, over 70 years later, there are some things that require some serious attention. The school should be a place where students feel safe, not only an emotionally safe environment, but a physically safe one as well. And the Bison High School is not a safe physical environment. The Bison School District has voted 3 times to try and pass a bond to help pay for a new school. And all 3 times, that bond failed to pass. My name is Sarah Hatley. I'm a senior at the Bison High School, and I'm telling you, Bison needs a new school. One of the main reasons why people of the Bison School District don't want a new school is because they don't want their taxes to increase to pay for it. Many of the people who voted on this issue are the elderly members in the community whose children are no longer in the school, or the people in the community whose children were never in the school system to begin with. They believe that the only reason that Bison is getting a new school is because it's the popular thing to do, because all of the neighboring towns have gotten new schools and Bison doesn't want to be left out. Well, it is true. The neighboring towns of Faith and Harding County have gotten new schools. But that is not because it was the popular thing to do. They did it because it was necessary for their communities. A Harding County student told me that their high school was built in 1939, and the Faith student informed me that their high school was started in 1923 and finished much later. The Faith High School was condemned before a new school was built. Those students had to take classes in trailer houses. At this time, both Harding County and Faith have new schools. The Bison High School was built in 1939. Bison doesn't need a new school because it's the popular thing to do. And Harding County and Faith didn't build a new school because it was the popular thing to do. They built, and we need to build out of necessity. It's like baking a cake. If you were to bake 2 cakes on the same day and place them on the counter, they'd both go bad around the same time. You wouldn't take one cake and throw it away and leave the other cake on the counter for weeks and weeks. You would throw both cakes away at the same time and then bake new cakes. Well, the same thing has happened with the schools. All the schools were built around the same time. All the schools are falling apart around the same time. So all of the schools need to be rebuilt around the same time. Bison doesn't need a new school because it's a popular thing to do. We need a new school because it's essential to the survival of our community. If we don't get a new one, the one that we are currently in will soon be condemned. The Bison High School is not up to code. It's not handicapped accessible, and the upstairs classrooms only have one way out. The International Building Code requires at least 2 means of egress from all buildings and spaces within buildings, with very few exceptions. If there were to be a fire in the hall of the upstairs, the students in those 4 classrooms would be trapped with no way out, because there's no windows and no other doors exiting those classrooms. The Bison High School is also a hazardous place. The ceiling above the library has ceiling tiles and frames that are caving in. And the music room leaks water when it rains or when there's snow melting from the roof. This water damage is damaging not only the ceiling, but the walls and floors around the area where it leaks as well. An article was written in the Bison Courier about a school board meeting, in which they agreed the roof covering the area connecting the elementary school to the gym must be addressed immediately to prevent further damage. And the heating systems must be repaired to ensure a positive learning environment. This article not only addresses other things that are wrong with the school, but it also puts a relationship between a child's physical environment and their learning environment as well. A new discovery has been made this year, and that is the pipes in the girls' bathroom, which are so bad that at a school board meeting in September, Miss Azvito, our superintendent, addressed the issue. She said, "The corrosion is so bad that the plumbers give a 2 to 3 year time frame, and the pipes will have to be replaced." Well, there you have it. We have a 2 to 3 year time frame in which the girls' bathroom pipes need to be replaced, the ceiling needs to be repaired in several areas, and the heating and ventilation systems need to be fixed. The school that we are currently in will be shut down, and it's only a matter of time. Without any school, there will be no community. What family is going to want to stay in a town where they have to send their kids either 50 miles west to Harding County, 45 miles north to Lemon, or 55 miles south to Faith? Many people don't think that a new school is necessary, and they believe that it would be a waste of money. I have spent the last 6 years in this high school, 7 hours a day, 4 days a week, and I'm telling you, that is not the case. I see the glaring problems of the school every day when I walk down to the library, enter the music room, or wash my hands in the girls' bathroom. These problems aren't going to just fix themselves, and they aren't going to go away. Bison needs a new school, not because it's a popular thing to do, but because it's essential to the survival of our community.